Welcome to the What's Going On podcast.
What's going on?
Please note that the views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect those of our sponsors. This show is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.
Take that.
Listener discretion is advised.
This is your boy Ninja,
This is XP Early Bird,
and this is
the What's Going On podcast.
What is Going On, my people. Hello. It's good to be here again with your boy Ninja and your boy XP Early. We got a little interesting pod today for sure. I mean, we always try to keep it interesting.
Oh yeah,
But yes, thank you. But yeah, before you know how I like to start the pod off, I like to see, because I know sometimes we talk during the days, but we don't really. We're just mostly texting and trying to come up with ideas.
yeah.
But I always like to hear from you. How was your week, Mr. Early Bird?
My week was good, man. I actually feel good today. No complaints, no worries. My mom caught a flat tire Thursday of last week.
No,
I was able to get it plugged Tuesday.
okay.
But I had to move some stuff around in my trunk. When I moved back to Augusta, I had it was 2 boxes in my car that I never took out. So
Oh God.
I
How long you been living in this spot already?
I came back to Augusta in 21, 22, something like
Oh
that.
my! So you mean
So
to tell me this
it's-
box been sitting in your car for years?
For years, bro.
Really good thing there was no food in there, son. Let me guess, you found some shit you were looking for now, right?
I wasn't not necessarily looking for it, but it was a very good, pleasant surprise. Guess what I found?
What?
I found my Sega Genesis.
Oh shit,
Yes.
for real?
I found my Sega Genesis, bro. And
you're saying
my
Genesis in the back of your car, mad long.
I didn't even know it was back there, bro.
Oh shit!
So,
dude.
and I got the cartridges back there. The only game that I recognized, because I didn't really look through it. I just looked. I said, "Oh, dang, man, my Sega in here." I looked down and I saw like the red cartridge, and I know what that is. That is the Spider-Man Carnage.
Yeah. Maximum Carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The only other red cartridge I remember was what was it? I forgot, but it was another cartridge that was all red too, like Maximum Carnage. You could get them confused. I forgot what game it was though. Oh, Streets of Rage.
Okay.
Had a red.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did have a red one. Yup.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, good news. So I'm after the pod, I'm gonna try to hook it up to a TV in here somewhere.
Oh,
And,
yeah, because it's the old school shit.
Yeah, it's the old school connector. Yeah,
you gotta
Well,
have the TV or you gotta have the transfer thing.
The new school TVs, they have that thing on the back, but
some
my
of them do.
TV
I don't know if yours. Well, mine. I don't know if any of my newer ones have it. I think my older ones have it.
I think they all have it because you can hook an antenna to all of the.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy because like I said, like I don't know if my Samsung has. I mean, it might have just the audio. I don't think it has the video.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Like it's so high tech. Like I don't. Like I don't remember seeing them. Let me just put it like that. Because I haven't used those things. I haven't used them in years. Because everything is either Bluetooth or HDMI or you know, just various different kind of plugs. But I haven't used any of those in a minute, dog. So for me to even tell you if my TV has them, I don't know because I'm never looking for them. So like right now I'm baffled because I'm like, does the back of my TV have that? And it probably does. No, it probably does, but I don't remember them having them, to be honest.
Well, I think they do because you need an antenna to watch the local channels.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah,
6, 12, 54, like here in
all three of them.
Yeah.
All three of the channels. All three of y'all.
I can't believe I found that thing, man.
Well, that's good, man, because not for nothing, Sega Genesis is probably one of my favorite, even though they didn't have too many games like Nintendo and the rest of those systems, I always thought Sega Genesis was the system that started the edge. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the system that started pushing the limits to the graphics, to what you could put in a game, to even how fast the game can move, like Sonic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what Sega Genesis was. Where everything before Sega Genesis was just like, you know, everything was just so slow paced and cartoony and kiddie. Sega Genesis what pushed it to more adulty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I remember Mortal Kombat. I want to say the Sega version had blood, and the Nintendo version didn't.
Has sweat, and you had to get a code to unlock the blood for the Nintendo, which was absolutely dumb. But I think what hurt Sega is that when Sega Genesis came out, it only had 3 buttons, right? And I understand this was the times there weren't really too much functions for more buttons and jump and punch or whatever. But then when games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and all these games started coming out, where there was a need for 6 buttons, and they only had, you know, Nintendo had obviously 2, but that was old. But Super Nintendo had what, 6?
6.
It had 4 in the front and 2 shoulder buttons.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter played better on that controller. Well, as for Sega Genesis, only had the 3 buttons.
But my Sega Genesis controller has 6. It had ABC and XYZ. The ABC was 3 big black buttons, and the XYZ was small gray buttons.
Was it stock, or was that like an aftermarket?
No, it was stock because my parents didn't invest in money into things like that. So it came with the Sega Genesis.
I thought it was only 3 buttons Sega Genesis in the front.
The older version Sega Genesis.
So you got like the Master System Sega Genesis. Which Sega Genesis we talking about? You talking about the Master System 32 whatever with the black boomerang looking controller? That one had
that one.
Okay, shit, I don't remember it. I thought it was only 3.
I tell you what, when I go through the box, I'll send you a picture of the controller.
Yeah. I could have sworn it was just 3 buttons, but like I said, it could have been a different version.
It might have been a turbo controller.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because there was a revised controller that maybe came out later. Yeah. But for the most part, there was a 3-button controller originally.
Because I remember when my mom bought me a Sega Genesis for my birthday, and when she bought the Sega Genesis, that Sega Genesis in particular, the Sega Genesis had been out for a while.
Okay.
So
I
think
probably
I
had
got like the update.
Yeah. Because they did that back in the day. They'll throw in like turbo controllers or extra game or something. Yeah. But I just remember Sega Genesis having the 3 buttons, and a lot of fighting games came out, and Sega couldn't, like, playing a fighting game on Sega Genesis just wasn't fun because of the 3 buttons. Like I remember playing Street Fighter, and for me to get 6-button config, you would have to press start to switch the 3 buttons to kick and punch, which was absolutely fucking weird. But then you played on Super Nintendo, and it was fluent and I think that's what kind of messed up Sega Genesis fighting games, thing until they made a newer, controller or a newer system. But no, I think Sega Genesis really was the pushing edgy company that really put edginess out in video games. Blood, maybe a little bit of cursing. More aggressive gaming. Yeah, it was definitely Sega Genesis. None of that came out of Nintendo. There was no aggressive games on Nintendo, bro.
Still no aggressive games on Nintendo.
Yeah, still. And speaking of which, I know there's a Switch. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you heard, but there's a Switch 2 on the horizon. I know Nintendo usually does their things like April-ish. They do like a Nintendo, front treehouse event or whatever they call that shit. But I just want to take a quick moment and talk about Pokemon and the Pokemon company. Just a quick second, okay? This is just a ninja story time. All right. I'm a big gamer. You know that. I love games. I buy all of them. I have every single system. I probably have them 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I have a Switch. I had the original Switch when it came out. Wife got it for me. We went and we even made it a whole thing. It was called Switch Day. We went and got it, whatever. When the revised version with the OLED came out, I got it too. You know what I'm saying? I still use it every now and then. I used it the other day. Me, I'm a gamer at heart. All I want is for Nintendo to stop being that company that's like, oh, we're Nintendo, people are gonna buy our shit no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the vibes I get from Nintendo. It's like, oh, we're Nintendo, they're gonna buy whatever we put out because we're Nintendo. You know, it's kind of like Apple. Like they know whatever they put out, it could be the same phone 16 years in a row, people are gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? So they have this thing where it's like Game Freak, the Pokemon company, and Nintendo keep making Pokemon games that are so bad. And I don't want to. I'm not saying bad like in a fun way. They're fun, but they're just bad looking games. When there's third party companies with less than with not even a pinch of the money that Pokemon Company has. I'm talking about like startup companies that are coming out of their mom's basement making better looking games than your
Power.
Pokemon games.
Like Power.
A perfect example. Like, bro, Pokemon Company is the highest paying franchise company in the world.
Yes, it is.
We're all like they're up like 50 billion or 5. I could be wrong by a couple billion, but we're in the B's.
Yeah.
Every 6 months they make like $1 billion easy between merch, games, shows, just everything.
It's huge. Pokemon is huge.
Just it's the big is right. It's number one in the world. I think Disney's like number 2 or 3. That goes to show you that Disney is 2 or 3, and Disney has a lot more stuff. Pokemon just has Pokemon. Disney has everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon don't even have a channel, my nigga. They don't even have a movie company. They just have Pokemon. It's just Pokemon. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is if Game Freak invests just a quarter more of the money and make the games look nice, because you can't tell me that is the software all the time. Because look, Nintendo came out, I played plenty of games on the Switch and they look good. You know what I'm saying? They look fabulous. You can't tell me you can't make a Pokemon game that looks just as good as Xenoblade or Breath of the Wild or even Fortnite. God fucking sakes. You know what I'm saying? Lego Fortnite looks 10 times better than Pokemon games, bro. Bro, I hate when I play my Pokemon game and I look at the wind blowing the trees and they doing this. Like, bro, that's not how grass moves, my nigga. Like, it's just so frustrating. I just wish, and they got a new game coming out, and people are gonna buy it, of course. And I think this is the problem. People need to stop buying these games if they want them to make them better. Stop buying them.
True that. I say that, and also I would say Nintendo doesn't have any competition. I mean, you have Xbox and PlayStation, but they're not
a whole
really
different spectrum.
It's Nintendo, they're just out there by themselves. So there's no motivation, none whatsoever, for them to do anything different.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's just like Pokemon's Pokemon, and they have nothing to fight against Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Call of Duty has like Halo. You know, like they have other games that are shooters to battle again. You know, like Pokemon is just Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
On top of the Pokemon thing, any type of monster game where you can capture the monster,
Nintendo goes after them.
They sue. Yeah.
Nintendo ninjas be out there sniping people, bro. Like they'll take your shit down. They'll turn your YouTube page into mush. They'll kill your family. Like they'll do all that shit. And I'm like, bro, like, but you could put out these mediocre ass Pokemon game and have the nerve to charge you $60. My nigga, if the game was 30, I'd be fine with it. If the game was 40, I'd be like, yo, this is 40. This is a $40 game. But you can't charge me $60 fucking dollars for a fucking Pokemon game, and I have to buy 2 versions of it if I want both all the Pokemon.
That I never understood,
bro, because they know how to milk the fucking game, bro. Like literally, you have to buy 2 versions because one Pokemon game might have 16 Pokemon you need, or you need to have a friend that you can trade off with. But they do fuck shit like that. Like if I'm paying $60 for this shitty game, you better give me both of them for free. Like Nintendo, you Pokemon Company needs to stop. Game Freak needs if Game Freak is the people who are the problem, then they need to fucking fire Game Freak or get a new company to do it. Because it's like, listen, I played Pokemon Stadium way back in the day. Like I think it was like Nintendo 64.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever played Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
It's literally just a fighting game
Yeah,
where you just
yeah.
play as bro. That game looked good
Mm-hmm.
on Nintendo 64, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you mean to tell me you can't make a game that look that good on current gen consoles, bro? Like, come on, yo, listen, on the shitty system that a Nintendo Switch is right now, currently pushing its 9th year or whatever to almost 10. Breath of the Wild came out, and Tears of the Kingdom came out, and those games look amazing on that old ass software. They made it work. You mean to tell me you can't make a fucking decent Pokemon game to look that good? Like, it's not that fucking hard. It's just laziness at this point, bro. It's pure fucking laziness. You could watch the build structure in the background. The buildings are all copy and paste. It looked like I told Adam to go, okay, copy and paste all of these windows the same. There's no lighting. There's no like, it doesn't look alive. It just looks like you're playing in like a weird cardboard city. Like, I've seen shitty games like Minecraft look 10 times better. And I hate fucking Minecraft. And Minecraft looks better, and it's a blocky fucking game. You know, like, it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just can't do. I can't. As much as I love Pokemon Company and everything Pokemon, I just cannot keep riding that bandwagon and keep saying, yeah, it's just Nintendo. This is how Nintendo. Like, we need to stop giving Nintendo the pass to sell us shitty games, and we're like, oh, it's just Nintendo. Oh, it's just Pokemon. Oh, it's just another Mario game. Like, nah, nigga, we need to stop. We need to start rising up against these fucking companies and stop buying that bullshit, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry. I know it's a long ass rant, but I turned on my Switch the other day and I was like, what the fuck? How does my goddamn, I have a cell phone in my fucking drawer that's probably like 5 years old, looks better than the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just fucked
I
up.
totally agree with you on, because it's a lot of games on the market where the graphics on your cell phone look better than the graphics on the console, and I just don't agree
I'm
with
like,
that.
bro, and you can't tell me that, because some people play games on their phones, like legit. Like, I was streaming my PlayStation games on my phone at one point, playing with a controller, and it looked better than my Switch.
Jeez.
Okay, look better than, and I'm talking about kept up with it, no frame breaking, no none of that shit.
Man.
And it kept, and I mean, yeah, my phone is a little newer. It's about maybe a year or two old now, but that's not the point. My point is that small ass phone is keeping up, and I haven't got a new Switch yet that can keep up with my phone. Like, come on, bro, that's just crazy. That shit's crazy.
So, other than your Pokemon Game Freak, how did you how was your week, bro? How you feeling?
My week was straight, bro. I mean, am I allowed to say my week was straight? I don't want nobody to get mad because I said straight. My week was good, bro. It was just work and chill. Nothing exciting to say. I don't think. Maybe it's no. I just worked. I worked a double last weekend. I mean, the weekend I just passed. Yeah, last weekend, and I was off Monday, so that was kind of cool. Then I just worked Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm off today and tomorrow. And then so it's kind of cool. I've been working doubles on the weekends to take Mondays off, so it's kind of like breaking my weekend up, so it doesn't feel so long and drug out. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I rather do doubles and get more days off than work all week. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just knock out all the work in one day so I can have more time for myself than just, because like, I don't know, just work takes up so much time and I want to do other things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like, bro, I remember a time where you had the weekends off.
Yeah, bro, all the time.
You work Monday through Friday. Well, now is you working
fucking work?
Yeah, like you working almost every day now.
Bro, when I was working at the car dealership, bro, I would work every day. It would be like, bro, I get to work like 6:50, maybe 6:30, all the way to sometimes 6, 7 o'clock, sometimes 8, 9 o'clock, depending on if I had, something to do and somebody trying to get me to do. You know how them dealerships, they hey, I got something real quick. Oh God, when you say real quick, you already fucked up my day. But yeah, those car salesmen don't they don't let up on you. And then the best part is when the car salesman come up to me at like let's say 3:00, and I'm about to go home in an hour or two, or at least I'm trying to. They'll be like, "Hey man, I just sold this car real quick, man. It's a real quick thing, man." And I look at this nigga like, "Bro, you don't know how many car salesmen I cursed out, bro." I'm like, bro, there's no such thing as real quick when it comes to you guys, bro. Everything's always like real quick, and then you dump some bullshit on me, and guess who went home and I'm working on their real quick problem? Me. You know what I mean? Oh, where's this guy at? Oh, he left. I'm like, oh, really? He left. It's funny how that worked. He dumped his real quick shit on me. Now I'm stuck with his customer, bro. Yeah, nah. So yeah, I'm just tired of the working from 6 to 6 type of shit, bro. And then, oh my God, that niggas be having the nerve to ask me, yo, you want to come in on Sunday? Or you want to come in on Saturday? I'm like, bro, fuck. I'm like, oh, you don't want to make no bread? And that's one thing that people could say about me is that, yo, at one point, yeah, money was everything for me. And then like the more money I got, I realized the more I had to do things I didn't want to do, and the less time I had to spend the money. So it was almost like a shitty circle of working mad hours to make mad money to not do nothing with it. I'm like, yo, you know what? Fuck this. So I started changing up. I was like, nah, I don't want the extra money. I want time. I don't want money, bro. That's what I want.
Yep.
I want time. And I'm starting to figure, and I hate to say this, but I figured it out way too late in my life, where I'm watching people, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but I'm watching a lot of my friends and family work their asses off and not live their life. And like they're getting, like, a lot of my older heads are getting older, and like, like my uncles and my aunts, like they did good, they were well off with them for themselves, but like they're gonna retire soon, and I'm like, that's a dream for everybody, is retirement. I don't want to retire. I want to live my life now, and I want to die. That's it. I don't want to retire. And I swear, this is no jab at anybody who's older than me or about to retire. I just don't want to retire at 60 and 70 years old. And then that's when I'm supposed to live. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to live now. I want my time now. I want to spend it with my family while we're young. I want to spend it with my kids while they're able and they're gonna remember shit. And I want to spend it with my wife while we still have the energy to do the things. I don't want to wait till we're 60 and 75-ish and 80s and like, and we're all broke down. Bro, I'm still good right now. Like, my ankles still work. Yeah, they pop a little bit, my knees, but like I can still do things. Like I can still go out there and jump and run and spar with Jaden and fight with Jaden and do all these things. And I'm 41, I think 42. Like, I only got a couple more years before I can really do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want time. I don't want money, bro. I literally don't. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we need it for bills, but it's not my. I want memories.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to go out. I want to live.
It's like the older you get, the more you start to realize what's really important in life. And I think that's
absolutely
what it is for most people.
Yeah, I just want to spend all the time, because this is gonna, bro. I promise you, you can mark this podcast today, 9:39 a.m., the March 27, 2025. Yo, this podcast will be gone. We will get old. We will stop doing the things, and we're gonna be like, yo, I wish I did this more, or I wish I did this, or I did that more.
Or did it
I don't want to
sooner
say
or whatever. Yeah.
I don't want to. Yo, dude, I tell you right now, bro, with everything in my heart, I don't want to say I wish. I want to be like, yo, I did that, and we did this, and we did that. Like, I cannot wait till I'm 60 and 70 to retire, bro. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do everything in my power now to just make these moments, bro. Even if I have to fucking not work for the whole month just to take the family out, bro. Like, whatever I gotta do, bro, I'm living it in the moment, dog. I'm just not doing. I just cannot be the guy to retire at 70, 80 years old and then talking about, yo, I'm ready to live, or I'm ready to spend this money, this retirement money, and then like you die in 5 years. You spend 50 of your years working to die in 5 years or 10 years after. Like that's I don't know. Just for me, bro, this is just my mindset. I'm not doing that. I can't. I want to die and just transition peacefully and knowing that I did the best I can. I want to see all the things I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see that motorcycle ride with my kid when he was young. I want to remember that. And when when I'm in my deathbed, however I die, whether it's peaceful or whatever, wherever I'm at, if I'm dying in a bed, I want to be able to see the people I care about. Whether, let's say, somebody comes to visit me in the hospital before I die, and have a memory with them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dead ass serious. Like that's all I want. If you come to the hospital and see me dying, yo, remember when we used to do them podcasts?
Yeah.
You understand? Like, though, that's what I want to do when I'm dying. I don't want to be like, yo, I wish we did that podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or I wish we played more game. You know, I want to be able to say, yo, remember when we did this? Remember when I took you out? Or remember when those are the moments I want, bro. And those are that's what I'm doing right now. So
yeah, well, that was powerful.
That was deep, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Deep and powerful, bro.
Yeah, I just wish people would understand, man. All you have is your time, bro. So if you're mad at somebody you love, bro, it's I promise you, it's nothing, bro. People be mad at me, and I'll literally call them like, yo, you don't have to be mad at me, bro. I still love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was always guilty of holding grudges. I will hold grudge, bro. I'm telling you, like, I was the petty nigga, like all day. You know what I'm saying? If we had an argument, nigga, I was thinking about for the whole week how to get back at you. And I had to learn how to let that shit go, bro. And I did, and I do. And I know sometimes I do get mad and I get angry or whatever, and I'll say some wild shit, but I always come back and be like, yo, forget all that shit. You know, let's get back on track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I mean, people can say what they want about me, whether they think I hurt their feelings or I did something to them. Like, if you feel like that, that's how you feel. But I promise you, if I was telling you or doing something, it was because I cared. Because if I ain't care, I wouldn't fuck with you. Period.
Yeah.
So, but you know, some people don't understand that, and I think people wait too long to tell you how they feel, and it's like 8 years pass, 10 years pass, or they die. Like, it's worse. I hate when I see people not talk to people and then they die, and then all of a sudden they're like, man, they do the I wish speech. Oh, I wish we had more time. I wish I talked to you. I wish I wasn't mad at you. Then don't be mad at niggas, bro. Just get over it and move on, especially if you really care about the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sorry. That's just life lesson, people. I am sorry. But this is Spiritual Ninja at his finest. Nigga, you want to talk about woke? Like, I hate the fact that woke people messed up the word woke. Because talk about open-minded and really out there in the universe and feeling the energy, bro. I'm like almost, I want to say I'm almost like a Buddha in my own sense. It's like I just watch shit and I'm learning shit and like there's nothing you can tell me to change my mind about certain things that goes on in the world, bro. It's just I just can't. I'm just not gonna sit here and be annoyed at everything that's going on. I'm just gonna nestle myself in my space and time, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we could get into these topics before we go into a spiritual fucking podcast.
that was deep, and necessary, man.
Sometimes it is.
I feel like it's always necessary to share life lessons, man, because I mean, what's the point of going through things and having the knowledge if you're not going to share it? So
exactly, and that's one of the biggest things. Like I had very few people in my life tell me how to do things the right way,
right?
And it wasn't many, and I feel bad because like I learned from them later on. I wish I would have took it in more. But as a young kid, you're naive, you're ignorant, you're just stupid all around. You know what I'm saying? 16, 17, even 18, 19. You just think everything is you and you are everything. And it's not. You're not. It's not realistic. And that's why anybody I bump into, bro, I can't even tell you the amount of people who ask me questions about just everything, about my marriage, about my kids, about work, about life, and how I stayed so humble. And I'm like, bro, this is what happened to me. And not everybody's path is the same, but this is what happened. And this is why I do the things. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, okay, I get it now. But, some people have to everybody has to learn on their own, bro. Like, you can listen. And if you're not learning from somebody, you're going to have to learn the hard way, bro. That's it.
Yeah. You don't want to learn the hard way.
Yeah, no, definitely not, bro. I've been down that hard way so many fucking times. I can't even tell you, dog. But yeah, yo, let's get into these topics then. What we talking about first?
All right.
Yeah, I know this running this pollen's kicking my ass, boy.
First topic, we are talking Marvel announced the characters. They announced the cast for the Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
I didn't really see all of the names.
I mean, it was a lot of names and stuff, but I would assume, like, unless you're a super Marvel head, you're not gonna know who plays who unless you really, really, But obviously, a lot of the names were just, characters of, whatever.
I have this article up, and they mostly mention, I think 4. Like, so you got Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Sebastian Stan as Bucky, and Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. And then underneath that, they have a lot of names of characters who will be, I guess this would be their first time as the Avengers.
Right.
So you have Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Which I thought was a good movie. I don't know why people didn't like it. I thought it was pretty dope.
It was dope. It was dope.
The story was tight.
Yeah. And I actually like the action in it. It was
It was way different.
Okay, so Shuri will be back. Winston Duke M'Baku.
Well, we got a lot of the Red Guardian people.
Oh yeah.
So I know basically they're gonna be in it.
You're gonna have people from Black Panther. You're gonna have people from the Red Guardian. So pretty much
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
And that's what that was another thing that kind of threw me off. Yeah, Professor Xavier. Yeah. That's another thing that threw me off was they only showed one Fantastic Four name, which was Sue. So where's the rest of them? And that's what I'm saying. I think that there either has to be more people they're gonna announce, or this is just gonna be obviously one movie, and this is just the people that are in this movie.
This is
you can't just have one Fantastic Four person. That's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be more names coming or more movies.
Well, you can if it's Reed Richards. If it's just Reed Richards, I understand that, because Reed is
but that's what I'm saying. That girl's name, I forgot her name. She's Sue. They showed her name. I just forgot her name because she's a new character.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my opinion on what's going to happen with this. No, because that they say it's coming out in May.
May this year?
The 5th superhero movie in the Avengers franchise is scheduled for release on 2026. May 1st.
Yeah, I was gonna say next year, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
They haven't even started recording anything yet.
I'm thinking, in order to understand what's going on in Avengers Doomsday, you're gonna have to be done watch all of the other movies that they release.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like if you skip all of those movies and you watch Doomsday, then you're gonna be completely totally lost.
Yeah.
So I think that you're gonna have to watch every single movie that they release, and then when they get to Avengers Doomsday, it's gonna be very, very little storytelling and all action.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they already established such a good storyline that they don't need to do another storyline. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they just need to introduce Doom and how he got there.
So
because they already like, all right, the Thanos thing, they already got all their characters lined up. They just need to figure out how to get Doom in the spotlight without giving him a 3-movie build up like they did Thanos.
a whole nother universe or whatever.
Yeah, right. So I think Marvel is trying to cut the fat in making 3 movies to build up, because it costs a lot of money to make 3 movies. So they're gonna try to do the 3 movie thing in 1 movie, I think. So they want to introduce Doom and everything either through all the movies coming out before it, or all at one time in this Doomsday movie, and it'd be like 3 hours or 4 hours long, like you said. Because excuse me, I cannot see them doing another 3 movies in a 5-year span. It's like
right.
People are not waiting for this like people don't want to wait that long for these kind of movies. They really don't. So they got to come up with they almost got to come up with a new formula to figure out how we can deliver such a big movie with so much story, so much characters at one time, and make the most money without having to spread it 3 different movies. You know what I mean?
They probably could do what they did with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So like you have like these 6-episode releases explaining
I can see that.
what's going on and how they fit or whatever. So you have to watch those shows, and then those shows will tie into the movie, because I really want to see how Loki and how he is now. Like how does that tie into
because he's like the god of time or
the god of time,
like that, right?
something like that.
But no, all right. So yeah, I can see that. You're absolutely right. I think that they could go that route. But I'm thinking that with the what's that movie coming out with the Red Guardian and all of them with Bucky? What is it?
What's the name of that movie?
I always forgot because I don't really care about them. But
what's the name of it?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right, that movie. When that movie comes out, I have a feeling they're gonna introduce a little bit more of, like, push more towards the Doomsday shit. And then when Fantastic Four comes out, I think that's where they're really gonna like introduce the whole Doomsday theory. Like that's gonna be the icebreaker, so to say, because everybody's wondering how they're gonna introduce this, and obviously they're gonna do it through ending credits and whatever movies that are coming out before Avengers. You know what I mean? Thunderbolts. There you go. Thunderbolts. So I think Thunderbolts is gonna be a soft, because they're fighting Sentry in Thunderbolts, which is crazy.
Yes.
Sentry is a big character. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. Powerful. I don't even understand how they even fight in Sentry, because Sentry is like it's like Superman fighting, Captain America and Iron Man type of shit. Like you know he gonna smash him out. But the Thunderbolts are fighting Sentry, which is crazy, because Sentry is a superpower being. Like he's super strong. He is literally the Superman of the MCU. So they have to for me to believe that 6 or 5 or 6 of these average D-lister superheroes are gonna beat Sentry is kind of weird. So I don't know if they're gonna get help from somebody who's stronger, you know what I'm saying, or some weird thing is gonna happen. I just don't see, or is Sentry gonna like, because Sentry is kind of like good and bad. He's like a rogue character. Like he could be good, but he could also be bad.
Whatever serves his interest, that's where he's at.
Right, exactly. So like I don't know if Sentry is like gonna like really be that bad of a bad guy in the movie, because I don't know, it's just weird. But all I know is that these movies that they're setting up are gonna set up Avengers for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
it has to.
Yeah,
it has to. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I'm looking forward to it, because I think Marvel has gotten back into what got them to where they are. I think they're doing a good job with the storytelling and the action, and them actually being superheroes and not the She-Hulk thing. That was just,
oh god, that was terrible. Bro. God damn it.
And it's not that we don't want to see women or whatever. It's just you didn't make it about the superhero. Like it was
right. And that's a problem. They made it about being
like a person.
A person. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see you twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. That is so stupid. And that's what I'm saying. It was so like, and for the most part, women should be upset that this is the first thing they think about. Like, oh, we're gonna put She-Hulk in a movie. I mean, in a show. What are we gonna make her do? Oh, let's make her twerk with Megan Thee Stallion. That like, are you proud of that? Like, that's the first thing that Disney thought about was like, oh, we're gonna put She-Hulk in her own show and she'll be twerking with Megan Thee Stallion because it's a woman's show and that's what women like to do.
Like, I wanted to see her do some superhero stuff, man, and we didn't get that.
Bro, that shit was terrible. Yes. And I feel bad because I think the girl who plays She-Hulk was actually pretty good.
Yeah, she was good.
I just think like the storytelling was terrible.
It was
like
the
whoever
writers,
wrote
bro.
That shit, they need to fire all of them. That shit was so DEI, bro. I was losing my mind, bro. I was like, bro, everybody in here is fucking stupid. I'm like, this shit gay as hell. I'm like, yo, I'm done with this shit. I was like, I'm over this shit.
Yeah, that was.
Bro, I'm telling you, I didn't even watch Captain Marvel's movie. I ain't even watch that shit because that shit was so. Bro, they might as well have just called it DEI and the Avengers. Like, I don't know. Like, it was just
Captain Marvel or the Marvels.
The Marvels. I'm sorry, the Marvels. And even Captain Marvel, I didn't even like that much.
I watched Captain Marvel. It was pretty good, and I don't think that was DEI because in Captain Marvel is a female.
Yeah. I meant the Marvels. I meant that movie. Yeah, that shit was.
I can see that.
That shit was DEI. Like it was like you telling your boss telling you, yo, we gotta hire 6 more black folks, 2 more Puerto Ricans, and can we nail 1 Chinese guy or somebody who looks Chinese? That literally that was that, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. Like, oh man. But yeah, no, the Marvels was that movie. I mean, everybody was like, "Oh, it's good." All right, if you say so. But that shit looked terrible to me. It was corny. The cuts, like the scenes, didn't even cut into each other well. Like you could tell whoever edited was really bad at their job. I'm like, yeah, this shit sucks.
That was terrible.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, I just think the Doomsday. I'm excited for it. I just hope they don't fuck it up. I
don't think they are. I really do think Marvel has gotten back to rare form, man. They got back
rare
into
form. All right, I hear you on that. But if anybody's watching and they're trying to be like, oh, the movie's just too much. If you really want to catch up on a quicker note, man, just look up YouTube. I mean, go to YouTube and look up, Battle Earth, Doomsday, Secret War stuff. Man, there's plenty of people online reading the comic books out loud. They're adopting some of that stuff for this movie, and it pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Like literally in like an hour, he'll read out the whole, comic shit for you, and it's really good. Some people really do a good job reading them out. Like it feels like you're watching the movie. So, if you really want to get caught up on that, look up Battle Earth, Doctor Doom, Secret Wars. They all lead into this movie they're adopting from those comics, and it's a really good read, by the way. I don't know if you read it, but it's really good.
No, I have not read it.
Yeah, you look that shit up. It's actually pretty good, bro. I watched it a couple years ago. It's really dope.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll be trying to get comic books, man, but like to nab comic books now is like fucking trying to buy Jordans. Like you niggas be wanting like $30. I'm like, nah, I just watch this shit on YouTube. I like collecting comic books, but people just be fucking shit up, man. Yeah. Like everybody be just.
It's everything about money, bro.
Everything is like, you don't even read comics. Like I hate people who buy shit and just do it for. And I understand everybody got to make money, but I hate when people buy shit and you don't even read comic books, my nigga. You don't even wear Jordans. You don't even collect video games. Like I hate niggas like that.
They know they about to get some money.
Yeah. And I hate when rich niggas do it too. Rich niggas be, I just bought $100,000 worth of shoes to sell it. Like, shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch. Messing up the shoe game.
For real.
All right, we can get into the next shit, because I'll go crazy on that shoe shit.
Our next topic is we're discussing Assassin's Creed.
Oh yes, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. I was excited about it because you get to play with a black samurai, the legendary
Black Samurai,
Yasuke.
Yes.
Nobody can confirm whether this guy actually existed or not, but it's just a really cool story to tell, right?
Right.
So a lot of people were Well, I'm gonna say a lot of people, but some people was excited about it, some people weren't excited about it. But I was one of those people that was excited about it. However, even though I myself I haven't actually seen it, but I think it was you that told me, say they made Yasuke gay in the
it was
in the
like a
game.
gay scene with a
And you were saying that people were upset about it.
highly.
I can okay. It doesn't make sense because during that time in that area, those kind of things were taboo. Bro. Like
fuck yeah, dude.
like you didn't do that. So for them to just put DEI here in that time frame, it just doesn't make sense. Like I understand it's a video game, I understand it's entertainment purposes, it's not supposed to be 100% accurate, but some things just don't fit. And that decision just didn't I don't that don't go well.
Yeah, no, 100. But even if it did it for entertainment purposes, it's a fucking video game. I don't want to see no gay shit in the goddamn video game if it doesn't have anything to do with the actual story. Like if I'm playing a game where like if it's like for instance it's like I don't know let's say a shooting game or some kind of crime game. Yeah, something. Yeah, I don't want to see any of that shit in there. Now, if I'm playing a game where it's story driven and we live in the city and a gay guy met another dude, and yeah, fine. If it's some kind of weird detective game, a little gay shit sprinkled on here, fine, okay. But like, I don't want to see that in a fucking samurai game. Like, seriously, dog, I don't want to see.
Because it's like
it just doesn't make sense, bro. Like this is what we talk about all the time. They always have to ruin shit by forcing shit pause down your throat. Like literally. Like bro, how many listen, and this is what pisses me off. How many characters you get that are either colored? I'm not even gonna hold you. Black folks always get the short end of the stick when it comes to characters because somebody will always ruin it by doing some dumb shit. Listen, at least you guys, at least they recognize you guys. I haven't seen a Puerto Rican in a video game in a long time, so at least you guys are getting in video games. I give you that. Okay, bro. I think maybe in GTA there might be a Puerto Rican. I don't even know. Like I know there's Mexicans, but I haven't seen a Puerto Rican, and like there's no famous Puerto Rican game people. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are one up on us, all right? I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're in the same cooking pot, you know, when it comes to corporate companies and white folks, they're like, it's either black or white. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, they always ruin the character, bro. They always ruin the character. And like I said, this could have been the game to bring Ubisoft to the top again. But with all the negative shit going down and like they saying like not a lot of people are playing it because of the thing, and then they even had a complaint from Japan's prime minister saying that in the game's many inaccuracies, I think he said, if I don't quote me, I'm not sure, that the shrines in the game apparently you can vandalize them or destroy them, which in a lot of games you cannot do because it's very disrespectful in Japanese culture to disfigment shrine. They're very holy places, and bro, it's crazy because in Japan they have shrines in the middle of the cities. Like you could be walking down a street and there's a shrine there and you can pray, which I think is absolutely incredible because I think that's how most of these people respect their land and their culture. But yeah, they said you can't, you're not allowed to. So pretty much in the video game, you're allowed to break the shrines. And apparently Ubisoft jumped on that real quick and patched it. And now you can't destroy the shrines. So this is my problem. Two things. One, yeah, I get it. It's a cultural thing. Japan says we don't destroy shrines. Boom. Fine. Make the game like that from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Like in Ghost of Tsushima, you can't destroy shrines. I know that for a fact because I play the fuck out that game. You can't destroy shrines because they knew, they did their homework and knew that was frowned upon. You understand? So culturally, they understood that. So you cannot destroy. You could destroy a couple other things. I mean, certain things you can't, but they didn't focus too much on destroying shit because it wasn't that kind of game. Apparently, in Assassin's Creed, you can break shit and you can destroy shrines. Now you can't. So my second problem is that first, the game is not $60. It's 70, 80, and 90 bucks. Shit. Yeah, there's no $60 base model, if you want to say. So I'm paying $70, $80 if you want, $100 if you want like the full fucking everything. But let's say I buy the $70 base model. So it's not $60 no more. So already the price is up $10. Nobody wants to talk about that. But the price is up $10. All right? Fine. The game looks incredible. I'm not saying it doesn't look bad. But I pay $70 for a game and you keep taking shit out the game because people don't like it. So, for instance, the Japan Prime Minister doesn't like that the shrines, they went and they patched it. So now I can't destroy a shrine. Maybe that was my thing. Maybe I like breaking shrines. I pay $70 for this game to break shrines. I should be able to break shrines. Now that you say, somebody says I can't do it, you change it, my $70, and don't get me wrong, it's not a big deal, but I'm just saying I spent $70 on a game to play and do what the fuck I want, and now I can't break shrines.
Yeah.
And let's just say I was into the gay scene. Let's just say that was my thing, and I like the black gay samurai. Now, let's say Ubisoft decides to cut that scene out because it's too controversial. I pay $70, and you guys are taking shit out of the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though it's all wrong, and you know, one thing is the gay stuff, they don't like it, and the shrine shit's broken, and God knows what other things people are gonna complain about. They're just gonna keep taking shit out the game. So my point is that I'm paying money for this. Where do I get money back when you take shit out of the game?
Gotcha.
That's my point.
I see your point. I see it. And I agree. I totally agree with you.
Like if I buy something, I want it in all its
entirety,
shitty glory. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Like if the game was broken, that'd be different. Like if I played the game and it got stuck on level, 7, and I couldn't go past level 7 or a certain master, then yeah, do some patching, some bugs, yeah. But these are not bugs. These are actual things you did for the game to make it what it is, and you're taking them out because you didn't do your homework, you didn't do your due diligence to make sure that these things are not that these things are approved or culturally approved, through the culture you're trying to tell a story through. Is what I'm saying. Obviously, they didn't hire anybody who's with the Japanese culture. They just, but yeah, that's all. That's just my thing, is that these games are getting more expensive, more, bigger in all ways, graphics, space that it takes up in your console, but yet you're gonna charge me 70, 80, 90 bucks for a game, and then you're gonna go ahead and just start changing it up on me.
Yeah,
like that's shit's crazy to me, dog. I never understood how we just let these companies get away with that kind of shit, bro. If I was anybody, I think I would be wanting a refund back on the game, just period, just like they did to Cyberpunk. Like, give me my money back. This game is trash. So what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I agree with if you're going to take parts of this game out, then I should be able to get some of my money back. I do agree with that. But I do kind of understand the Prime Minister's point of view.
No, I completely agree too. It's just the fact, like, how far is too far before you start changing the game and the game is no longer the game you thought you bought.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, if I went and told you, yo, this game is incredible, I can break shrines, I can cut trees down, and then all of a sudden, the Prime Minister got mad and tree huggers got mad that you can chop trees down, and they say it's evil, and then they change all that, and then you buy the game and you're like, yo, I can't do none of that shit. You understand? So it's kind of just like we need to stand on business. Like, yo, this is the game we put out. If y'all don't like it, then don't buy it. Don't start changing the game, and then the people who are currently playing it are experiencing different cutscenes now, or different gameplay, or different things, because if that was the case, release it for free. That's why I don't get mad at Fortnite. They could do whatever they want. The game is free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you stupid and want to buy skins and do all that extra shit, that's on you.
Yeah.
But they give you the game for free.
Yeah.
And you just paying them for extra shit, and they could do whatever they want, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Agree. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree.
I just think Ubisoft needs to stop releasing shit if it's not ready yet. Obviously, if this shit wasn't ready, they probably thought it was. And everybody's saying it's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game or a shitty game. It looks good. It looks amazing. It's just there's a lot of little boo-boos in the game that they really didn't go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have did their homework, man.
Bro, like, seriously, bro. Listen, if I'm in a meeting, if I'm in a boardroom, let's say there's 10 other folks here, and you showing me this game and the gameplay, and you're like, yeah, run me through, because somebody has to watch it and play the game in an entire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to sit there and read the cutscenes and make sure and write these dialogues and watch the cutscenes and watch the gameplay and watch how this shit goes. You can't tell me out of all the people who watch this, nobody said, hey man, this gay seems a little raunchy. How about we not do this and make the samurai just a samurai? Like, nobody wants to see gay samurai fucking. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I want to chop down trees. I want to cut down. I want to cut limbs off. I want to stab niggas with my sword. After a whole gay scene, I'm not really feeling that way anymore. Yeah. I don't know about you. Yeah. Like, come on.
I mean, it's just weird, man. Just a weird thing to do. But
like, nothing says a good sword fight like a gay scene. You know what I'm saying? Like if they sword battling with each other with some different swords, bro. Like,
you stupid.
What's
man.
going on? I come here to sword fight you. With what? What you think? I don't see a sword on your hip. It's in my pants. Like,
oh man. Well, you stupid. Yeah. That's funny, bro.
Yeah. All the Japanese and karate movies I've ever seen, I don't think I've ever seen a gay karate man. Or no. That's crazy, man. Never, bro.
Leave it to the Caucasians, bro.
Oh my! Tell me about it, bro. Leave it to some random European guy or some stupid idiot. Like, yo, what can make this samurai even doper?
Make him gay.
Let's make him gay. Like, remember that shit in South Park? Yo, that's why I fucked with South Park. South Park is never wrong. They make fun of everybody and everything, but when they do it, it's always right.
Yeah.
When they were making fun of Disney, they're like, what can we do to make this more interesting? Make it gay. Yeah, Rick Cartman was like, make it gay. And wrote on there.
Oh, man.
Make him black and make him gay or some shit like that. That's exactly what he was saying. Like, make him black and make him gay. They'll come now.
God,
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Shout out to South Park, man. I like South Park.
Yeah.
But you know, this what we're talking about. It helps us segue into our next topic.
Let's do it.
Our next topic is Anthony Mackie, man. Anthony Mackie was on the
my
pivot.
boy.
Yeah, I like Anthony Mackie, man.
I think. Go ahead. Finish up. I'll tell you when I'm done.
Anthony Mackie was on the Pivot podcast, and he was saying that for the last couple of years that we've been watching the death of the American male.
Right.
And
a lot of people didn't like that.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. But I have the clip, a short clip that I can play right quick.
Yeah.
For the people who haven't heard.
Okay.
So
fix this mic shit.
Let's see.
I didn't watch it. I heard it, but yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
In the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open a door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing. Right. You can have all the celebrity in the world, you jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing. Yeah. So you got to have in the past 20 years.
So that's what he said.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. I totally agree. From situations like the Assassin's Creed making Yasuke gay, which has nothing to do with the story or him being a samurai.
Right.
The DEI, women, and don't get me wrong, women fighting for their rights. There's nothing wrong with that. But why does one has to suffer in order for the other to benefit? It's like why can't we do both simultaneously? You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know. It's just the masculinity of a man and the way it used to be. It's just a thing of the past, and I really don't see it. I don't see it coming back.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with a lot of the stuff he said because I'm like that with my kids now. Mm-hmm. Like, when I leave, I tell Jaden, yo, even like when he goes out with his mother somewhere, I'm like, you make sure you watch your mom, you look around, you take care of her, mm-hmm. You do what you got to do. You protect your mom, you protect your little bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I always tell him that. He got a girlfriend now. I was like, you always respect her. You open the door, you say ma'am to the mom, you sir to the dad. Like, I agree with everything he says. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand people were mad at him saying that the masculinity is being killed. No, I guess because we still have people like me, him, you, all of us trying to keep that shit alive. Mm-hmm. But I could see that. But then you have the people who, for instance, like the comment Dochi made last week, mm-hmm. And the comment, I forgot what's the girl's name. But anyway, comments like that where mm-hmm. it's like, or even like these stupid ass, and I always bring it up, I know, but these dumbass balloon shows where it's like girls don't know. And I'm not trying to blame girls. That's why but it's like a lot of people are being taught that, being the strongest mm-hmm. is what you need. And that's fine. But like, you got women out here wanting to be dudes so bad.
Yeah.
But they want a dude in their life, and they're wondering why they can't find one. Well, calm down a little bit. Maybe you're not so tough and not so aggressive and not so loud, or I don't know. I'm not saying not to be strong. That's not what I'm saying. Because, like, for instance, Jess is super strong and she could do things on her own. And I know if God forbid I were to disappear tomorrow, pass away, mm-hmm. she'd be all right. Like she can do things. Obviously without me, but mm-hmm. She'll be all right. She's not gonna have to go and find some nigga to help her do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem. Like a lot of people think they need somebody to do things. Like I always tell people, if you can live by yourself and afford to live in an apartment by yourself, mm-hmm. do that. So in case you get into a relationship, you don't have to rely on their shit. Mm-hmm. I always see people like as soon as they jump into a relationship or they jumping out of one and they jump into a new one, mm-hmm. they're moving in. Like why? Because I have, and they always move in because they can't sustain an apartment by themselves, so they have to move in with their new boyfriend, or they have to move in with their new girlfriend, or they have to move into their new boyfriend's house or their new girlfriend's house. Like, mm-hmm. you don't need to like do it on your own and then get a relationship, because then you can move them in, and if you don't like them, you can throw them out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of you moving them, it's just weird. But that's what I'm saying. Like they're killing that vibe, so they're not letting niggas be guys out here.
Yeah. I mean, and it's
girls are too tough. They want to be too tough. They want to make all the money. They want to be independent. They want to do all the things, which is fine. I'm not saying that you cannot do that, but like if it's time to if you want to get a dude, like just tone it down a little bit. Like mm-hmm. I like listening to music loud, but I can't listen to it too loud all day. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. That's my vibe. Like, yeah, I love loud music, but I'm not gonna put loud music in my headphones and blow my eardrums out. Like, calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's to the point where like, because I've felt this way for a while. It's like they want people. It's like society wants to tell you the like. I'm just going to speak from like how I underly feel because I can't speak for you, you know, a Puerto Rican, but as a black man, I felt like it's like the audacity of you to think for yourself, the audacity of you to want something different for yourself than what I want for you. It's like I felt that way for a while because it's like they think that you should act a certain way, talk a certain way, dress a certain way, drive a certain car, and when you don't go with that image or that idea of you, it's like they get somewhat offended, like how, like the audacity of you to not want these things when I want these things for you, right? So
Yeah.
you shouldn't be driving. You shouldn't be driving a Hellcat. You should be driving a Honda Civic, because you know what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. It's like the little things.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's just like really weird, man. And
to
when it comes to, sorry to cut you off, but
no, you good, bro.
when it comes to situations with women, because you're not a woman, you should just shut the up, have no opinion. However, when things go wrong, be a man and fix it.
Yeah,
It's just weird and stupid, man. Like, don't like.
Yeah. No, all right. I'm with you on that. And to piggyback off what you were saying about the way they think you should be is like, even like at certain, like for, you know, even in workplaces, like, you know, if somebody says something crazy to you and you start wilding out on them, they're like, oh, why you get like that? So it's okay for you to talk to me crazy, but when I start getting upset, now bro, I can't tell you how many times I've been in this situation, bro, where somebody says something crazy to me and they expect me to be okay with it because I'm me and they're them. So if you were of a person of a lighter tone and you spoke to me a certain way, I'm supposed to just sit back and be like, yes, I'm massa. And that shit does not work with me, bro. I'm
No,
sorry, bro. I
hell
don't give a
no.
fuck what color you are. If you talk crazy to me, I'll give you that same energy, bro. But then when I do that, they're like, man, why you being so ghetto? Bro, you just saying that to me, you might as well just you might as well just tell me, oh, why you being so Puerto Rican, or why you being so dark skinned, or why you being so black,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you say why, bro, I've had somebody tell me that shit. I'm like, bro, like, are you kidding, bro? Like I will choke you right here. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, bro, like the amount of disrespect I've been a part of
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. And mind you, I'm not and look, listen, I haven't done my ancestry yet, but
Mm-hmm.
if I am indigenous people or of color, which I kind of feel probably I am because I'm so fixated on just going against the grain,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That people just automatically think because I'm light skinned that they can talk to me a certain way, that they'll talk to you or they'll talk to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have some friends that are just too comfortable talking around me and saying shit that they shouldn't be saying around me. And then when I check them on it, they're like, "Oh, well, you know, you're Puerto Rican. You're not black." Like what? Like you know, like my Puerto Ricanness came from somewhere dark skinned, bro. I don't know. You got to see my dad and my uncle and my grandpa. Like these niggas is dark. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like don't get it twisted, bro. Like I'm still of a culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I put seasoning in my food, bro. Is what I'm trying to say. So don't ever get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, dude, when it comes to that shit, like they, especially some women, even some guys, like, I think guys also have and like I said, it's a 50-50 thing because guys have a responsibility also. Like, some guys nowadays are just too soft, bro.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? They're just too soft. Like, they go out and they date these girls, and then all of a sudden they're just too soft for these girls, and these girls don't like it and become this super tough guy. Like, yo, I see it all the time, bro. Where the girl just wilding out on a guy, and like the guy just standing there not doing shit. And like, I'm not saying to smack her or anything, but I'm just saying, like, yo, tell her calm down, bro. Like, don't let her talk to you like that. Like, be like, yo, this ain't gonna work out. You're gonna keep talking shit, but they'll stay in a relationship. I mean, it's the same both ways. You know, you see guys wilding out on girls, and they just remember, I don't know if you were in Volkswagen, but I had a game I used to play with Matt. I would tell him, yo, how you know I would say, how do you know they love you? And I would tell him, this is how we play. Like, I know he loves me when he takes my car to go spend time with his baby mother.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? So we would come up with like stupid things like that. I remember Matt saying one time, I know he loved me when he beats me and then he goes and watches South Park. I was like, oh, but it's sad to say, but those are real situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it all the time, kid. And this is what is fucking up the male masculine, is that girls are too tough. They want to be super independent. That's fine. But they just need to tone it down when it's time to look for love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a girl that makes bread and all that cool shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you tone it down so nigga could fall in love with you, that's cool. Don't start off the conversation with like, yo, I make 100,000 a year. What you bringing to the table? Whoa, calm down, bro. Like, I'm going to school. I'm doing my thing. You don't make no money. Bam. Like, you gotta calm down, bro. Like, you understand? Like, guys help. Well, most people help people out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want somebody to be their best, you can help them be their best or be better.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That's just my take. You know what I mean? Like, there was times where I was up and I held Jessica down. There was times where I was down and Jessica held me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think any different of her.
That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, that's the whole point.
Exactly. And that's the problem, is like, if I'm up, I'm supposed to be up all the time. Like, there's gonna be moments where I fall. You need somebody to catch you and take the lead for a little while. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with a guy going, because listen, you're not gonna be up all the time. You can make all the money in the world, you're not gonna be up all the time. I mean, look at Diddy. Mm-hmm. Diddy's a perfect example. Nigga got all the money in the world and he was up for years and he couldn't hold down a girl. And look, he has nobody now. Now, maybe if he was married, he would have had a wife to really help him through it and hold him down, regardless of the cheating and all that shit. You had, like, he don't have anybody. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, if you have somebody to hold you down when you down, you could hold them up when you up. Period. You know what I'm saying? There was plenty of times, for instance, when we moved and I got laid off and shit. Jesse had to hold me down for a little while, and then I got the job, and boom, we back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that easy. You know what I'm saying? But I held her down, she held me down, and we both up together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't be like, oh, you bum ass nigga, yeah. You know, and when we were dating, I was always the one working and she was doing her school and shit. And I was working, and you know, she was home and doing her thing, and I wasn't like, oh, you bum ass bitch, yeah, you ain't got a job yet. Bro, not once I ever said like, yo, you need to go do this. Like, I let her make her decisions and we worked on them together, bro. Like, that was it. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
That's how it's supposed to be, man.
And that's what I'm saying. The mindset is not there, bro. Yo, I did watch a video. I don't know if you saw it. It was this dude, this lady was recording. It was this black lady. She was recording this guy. They went to a store. They were on a date, right? So apparently the lady offered dinner to this guy that they were talking. I guess they were talking. They were doing their first date. She said she'll make dinner. He was like, cool, I'll come over. They go to the store to buy the stuff to make dinner. Red flag right there. So he's like, all right. So he goes to the store with her. She goes to the checkout. She's like, you paying for everything? He's like, no, why? I thought you were making dinner. You invited me over for dinner. But she was like, well, if you want dinner, you should pay for it. And he's like, but that's you. We're on a date. You asked me out on a date. You asked me out to dinner at your house. You were making dinner. You should have already had all this stuff already. Why should I have to pay for all this groceries for you to make dinner when you offer dinner? So it was a awkward exchange, and she's recording it. Of course, she's recording it because who don't record everything that they fucking want to complain about? Because she's probably a dumb bitch, but she's like recording it and putting it on TikTok and making this guy look like shit. And I feel bad for the guy because he's like it's an older couple. It's not like a young kid. They were probably like in their 30s, 40s. You know what I'm saying? They were a lot older.
I am sorry, my mentor. I have
failed you. And that's another problem. Like, everybody feels the need to be important, and you have to record everything and put it online.
Yeah, this social
Like, how
media.
lame are you? Like, for me to think you were gonna do that, you planned this out. Like, yo, if he don't buy my groceries, I'm gonna put it on TikTok. Like, you already had this planned out. There's no way you just were like, oh, I'm gonna record this exchange if he don't buy my groceries.
Yeah. Damn.
It was the weirdest shit. Like, and like I said, it looked real because the guy looked confused. I don't know. I don't know where I saw this. I think it was on, like, I don't know. I forgot. It was like on a podcast or something. But he looked confused as fuck, and he's like, "Are you recording? Like, you invited me over for dinner? What? Like, so what's your take on that, bro? Like, what would you do if you went somewhere and you saw, like, this girl invites you over for dinner, but she's like, "Yo, you gonna buy the groceries to cook?" Like, what would you do in this situation, kid?
I don't know. I don't know if I would pay or not, man. But I mean, I wouldn't just, okay. I would pay, but I wouldn't just pay. Like, I would give some understanding. Because I would be confused. Like, okay, you invited me over, yada yada yada. But if I really like her, if I'm really hungry, I'll pay.
Right.
If I don't care for her
if it
that
caught
much,
you off guard, you wouldn't, like.
I mean,
if
I'm saying it's going to catch me off guard, and like I say, it's going to catch me off guard, and I'm not just going, oh, okay, here's my card. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, man, how you invite me over for, like, you invited me over. You said you was going to cook, and now you're making me pay for everything. So if I was going to pay for everything, then we should just done this my way and let me take you somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But,
Agree.
Like, okay, we're here now, so I mean, just pay. I mean, because if we did it my way, I was going to be paying anyway, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
no, and that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I would definitely challenge that shit. Like, get some clarity going on.
I would have challenged the fuck out of it. I would have been like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is? I would have been, look, you already know me, nigga. I would be like, bro. First of all, we buying the food now. You know how long that's gonna take? I'm hungry now. That would have been my first complaint. Second, I would have been like, yo, look, listen. Here's the money for the groceries. Buy your groceries. I'm gonna go eat.
You stupid.
Put that on social media for you can feel stupid, you little bitch. And I would have left. I would have fucking left. I would have been mad as fuck, boy. You drag me, tell me you're gonna buy me dinner. I'm over here all dressed up, and we going to the grocery store to buy the dinner so you can make.
That's funny.
Nigga, you know how long that's gonna take? I'm hungry now, bro. Nah, you fucked up. Now here's the money for your stupid ass groceries. I'll see you later.
Oh, that's funny, man.
I'm gonna give her the money so she can carry all the bags by herself.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but fuck that, bro. That was.
I mean,
then you put me on social media.
I would definitely, like, resist that. Like, I mean, I won't say resist it, but I mean, I would definitely, like, you know, like, what's the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's bug, bro.
That's confusing.
Yeah, I figured I'd just bring that up since we were talking about that. But
yeah, that's funny.
Is there anything else going on?
One more.
Let's go.
And I'm actually going to need you to take the lead on this one. But we're talking about Vlad and Adam 22.
Oh yes. All right, so just lately, well, not lately. I mean, it happened very often, but from what I read, and I don't know how true it is, I'm pretty sure it's true because it was on a pretty decent website.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that Adam 22 got pulled by federal agents or some shit like that. That he got pulled in for questioning on some shit that aired on his channel,
mm-hmm.
and that led me into asking the question of how. I'm gonna try to put this where people understand. Like, when it comes to Vlad and Adam and all these other outside cultural people, and when I say that, I mean like these other Jewish and white entities where they make money off the culture, and what I mean by that is, like, they have these young, mostly black kids
Mm-hmm.
on their shows telling on themselves, paying them probably a couple thousand for them to come out and pretty much snitch on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not condoning criminal activity by any means, but I'm saying if you're doing dumb shit and you go on these platforms and you start talking because Vlad gives you, $5,000 or $10,000 so you can sit up here and talk shit and snitch, and then when you get pulled by feds, you're wondering why. When you're literally doing criminal activity live in person, like you're literally telling on yourself.
Yeah.
So who are we mad at? Are we mad at Vlad and Adam 22? Are we mad at the culture or the kids or the parents? Like, how does this get fixed, and how do we stop this? Like, how do we stop our young people from exposing their laundry
Okay.
on white platforms so they can benefit off of their innocence? And when I say innocence, I don't mean like the bad shit. I mean like their ignorance more.
I mean,
Like,
I definitely think that Vlad and Adam 22 are definitely to blame because it's like they're predators. It's like the
right, right,
predators. They look back and say, okay, out of all of these, out of all the prey out here, this is the one to go for, right?
right.
So they're sitting back and they're saying, okay, well, this guy don't seem that intelligent. This guy don't seem that intelligent. That guy don't seem that intelligent. So let me invite them on my platform and get a good hip hop story because
Right.
they can edit this stuff or reach out to us and say, hey man, I'm editing the video. You said this, and this. No, you might get in trouble for that. Do you want me to put it
Yeah.
on? You know what I'm saying? Like give them a call, give them a heads up, something. Advise these young men or something. But I mean, they're not. Like
Mm-mm.
if those same kids went on to the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne DJ Envy would be like, hey man, don't say that. Don't say you incriminate yourself. Now shut up, but don't talk like that. But
Yeah, yeah,
if you go to like a Vlad or Adam 22, they're gonna keep asking questions. Oh, give me more,
yeah,
give me more, give me more.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, it's definitely them to blame. Yeah, you also have to hold these guys accountable for their ignorance, because as much as I want to hold, I mean, and not have to hold Vlad and Adam accountable, you have to look at the culture and point your finger there, and you have to look at these kids because the culture dictates that we glorify this type of behavior. So if
Right.
you are a crook, you're a killer, you're a drug dealer, we love you, we admire you, we will buy anything, we will support you monetarily with anything that you do because we love that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
they in their real life do these dumb things thinking it's gonna put them in the spotlight. And it does, but just the wrong spotlight. Because I mean, a lot of these guys get money, and then they, as soon as they get money and that money start to change their life, man, they end up in jail.
Yeah. And it's always like that. I mean, dead or in jail
Yeah,
with like the Rondo shit
Yellow Beezy.
and Lil Durk, Yellow
Yep.
Beezy. It's just sad because it's all right. So you could tell these kids they have talent. They can
Yeah.
rap, they can rhyme, they can put words together, they can make hit songs, they can make bops, they can do all this stuff. So that in itself, even if you don't like their music,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Yes,
talent.
it
You know what
is.
I'm saying? They can do it. Like, I might not like it,
Mm-hmm.
but there are people out there who do like it, and I don't want to take that away from them if they can make money. The problem is that they only rap about shit that they really doing. Like, that's one thing I respect, like the old head rappers. Like, they rapped about what they were doing, but not like in the way they're doing it
Not in
now.
an incriminating way.
Right. They did it in like a past tense. Like, now these dudes are like, yeah, I did that yesterday. So they put a timestamp on it. So now you got the police on Instagram because they're making their job easier
Super
because
easy.
they're on Instagram doing all this shit. All they got to do is like, oh, he did this in the rap song. Oh, look at the post. He was in this neighborhood yesterday. Oh, and look what happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
Dude did die last night.
Yeah.
So they are literally time stamping all their things. Like, it's just sad because, like, it's always the young black youth that
Yep.
are dealing with
Yep.
this. You know what I'm saying? Like, And you would think with a platform like Vlad or Adam, they would be like, yo, instead of coming up here and incriminating yourself, let's talk about your music.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about how we can get you out the streets. Let's talk about how we can uplift your music. How about we, don't get yourself in trouble. Like, just teach them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's why I think like platforms like Breakfast Club and all the I don't even consider Breakfast Club a black platform because it really isn't. It's iHeart. They're probably all white folks.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say like a Drink Champs, which also it doesn't matter where you go. All these platforms are getting bought out by corporations at one point.
Mm-hmm.
They will. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put that out there. Every single one of these guys are going to sell out to some corporation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. Cameron shit, they sold out to a corp. They all gonna sell out because this is what we were talking about a couple pods ago. It takes, and tell me if I'm wrong, but it always takes somebody of color to make something cool before somebody jumps on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
nobody cared about. I mean, podcast was popping, but nobody cared about it. Like, especially when it came to the rap music about it until like, the Drink Champs,
Joe Budden.
the Joe Buddens. Like, yeah, Vlad was out.
$1 million worth of game.
Right.
Yeah.
Vlad was out. Yes, don't get me wrong. Vlad was out for a long time. But I'm talking about like real hip hop shit. Vlad was always trying to get into real hip hop shit, but like he always had to bribe somebody to get as famous as he is now. He had to get people talk about people getting killed all the time. And on Drink Champs, they're not doing that. They're talking about music. They're talking about like cool shit that happened in the music. They're not talking about how many niggas you killed or who'd you pop. Like, they're not incriminating them. They're talking about real hip hop stories.
Yeah.
So now everybody wants to jump on that bandwagon. Cameron got his thing going on with Mace. Like, now they're starting to be like, oh, this is a thing now. You know what I'm saying? But Vlad and Adam take that shit to a whole different area where it's like, yo, we're gonna get the hoodest, newest, hottest street rapper up here, let him incriminate himself, him and his boys, get into arguments with his co-hosts and gang members, and then like that's all they want is just clickbait, bro. Clickbait. Adam 22 is the best at clickbait, bro. He's always having people up there arguing, fighting, and talking about they're gonna kill you and stab you, and just making people look stupid, making the young youth look dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're ignorant.
Yeah, because I remember Joe Budden them called him out about the Kevin Samuels thing. Adam 20, they called out Adam 22 about the Kevin Samuels thing.
And I bet he had nothing to say. That's when they were going back and forth, right? Yeah. He was calling Joe Budden a broke podcaster. Yeah, I remember that. But that's what I'm saying. Like that is their thing. Like if nobody fucked with them, they're like, oh, you're broke this, you're broke that. I'm like, all right, is that what we're doing? All right, cool, got it. But meanwhile, you're taking all these young dudes and making them targets out here. Like, that's just whack, bro. And that's the shit that I hate. That YouTube and Instagram and all these platforms will post these videos knowing that they're incriminating and talking crazy, and they're okay with it. But God forbid I say some wild shit about something, some black gay kid or some Jewish transgender kid. This pot is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting shut down. Like, it's over. But as long as people are killing people, literally snitching on themselves on YouTube and getting killed the next day, YouTube leave their videos so everybody can get paid, but the guy who got I don't know. I think YouTube needs to redo their their laws, YouTube laws, because Adam 22 is out here getting people indicted, killed. Vlad is getting people indicted and beefed up and shot at, and they're getting millions of dollars off this shit. Meanwhile, these kids' parents got to go bury their kid, and they're not getting a dime from the interview because they paid them $5,000.
Yeah.
Vlad, you could tell Vlad is a cocksucker, bro. Every time I see him on an interview, he just talks like he's the cocky. Like he just knows how to run, a business and how he deals with black folks. And he's always like, I've been in hip hop dealing with black folks for years. Just the fact that he just keeps saying black folks bothers me, bro. It irks the shit out of me because he, like, no, yo, bro. And I hate the fact that people fuck with him. Like, and it's always the sellouts that fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Like the Camerons and all these guys, like, that like going to his show because, like, if you're a movie star, I don't mind. I don't care because you're not a part of what's really going on. But like the rappers that go up there and get paid and know that whatever they're about to say or can be hurt them, you just dumb for going up there, bro. Dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what would make them go to his platform after, so much has happened with the police come knocking once you do one of those interviews. But sheesh, man. I don't know. I have no comment.
Yeah. I just know that Vlad, at the end of the day, he is not the guy. He's probably a low key racist. And look at the way you could just tell look at the way he handled that whole thing with Marlon Wayne.
I was about to say
by
that.
the way just by the way he disrespected Marlon, just because he didn't want to go up there because he wanted to get paid. If he's gonna go up there and help you make mad bread by you asking him dumb questions, then you're gonna give me dumb money. You know what I'm saying? Like Marlon Wayne was smart. He knows people who go on Vlad don't get paid enough, and they get. Meanwhile, while Vlad is making $2-3 million off your video, he's giving you $5,000-$6,000 to be an idiot. Like he told him, "Nah, nigga, you gonna bust me down half that video revenue, or you gonna give me this?" And he didn't want to give up the video revenue, so he told him no. But then you could tell Vlad was in his feelings when he started talking shit. Like, how you talk shit to a legend like that, regardless of whatever it is? Like, bro, like, come on, bro. You making money off his culture, and you over here angry because he don't want to go on your show because you a cocksucker.
Yeah,
Nah,
that was definitely corny about Vlad.
Yeah, super corny. Vlad is a cocksucker. I swear, I thumbs down every video I see of his. I don't know if that helps, but fuck him. But yeah, bro. All right, well, I'm good on that. That was my closing on that one.
Oh, that's actually all the topics for today.
Oh shit, we made it through. Another episode, kid.
We made it through, man. That was a good one, man. We got some. I don't know. I think we got like some real life topics.
That was. Yeah, like I think the topics led into real life.
Real life,
You know what I'm saying? Like we could touch on that shit because obviously you're a black man, I'm Puerto Rican. Everybody thinks I drive around in a Honda Civic or steal them. You know what I'm saying? Like we dealt with that shit. Like it's easy. It's easy for us to explain how. Bro, because everybody in New York steals them shits, bro. I was like, it's crazy. Oh man, I'm telling you.
You stupid, bro.
Oh shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far in the podcast, we would like to thank you.
Already know.
We would like to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, help us get our subscribers.
Yeah, talk your shit.
You've been stupid on the mic, man. Shout out to my guy Ninja, man. It's always a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, always,
keep it
my
laughing,
boy.
Man. It's always funny. Funny games with you, bro.
Yeah, all the time. Can't be too serious all the time.
Yeah,
you know
man.
Yeah. All right, kid. Well, everybody like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. We'll be back next week. We'll drop some shorts if we get time. And my name is Ninja.
And this is XP Early Bird.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Peace.